Good morning, boys and girls. It is Tuesday morning, March, 31st, and we are starting off today with a reading lesson, and this is going to be from our big book, and it's a new story, and the title is One Snowy Day. So I want you to be thinking in your minds right now, what do you think this story might be about, and try and make a prediction. And then I'm going to turn the screen over to the story, and we're going to have a narrator read the story to you today. Okay, so here we have One Snowy Day. So before we begin, take a look at the pictures. You see a dog with a snowman, and a cute little boy, and you see some snow falling. So we can see right away that this story does not have real photos on the front, so we know this must be a fiction story, that it is not real. But it could be real. This could be a realistic fiction, because what's going to happen in this story could really happen. So we're going to begin with One Snowy Day.
One Snowy Day by Brenda Parks, illustrated by Alexandra Colombo. What will the children do on a snow day?
One Snowy Day by Brenda Parks, illustrated by Alexandra Colombo. Dad looked at the sky. "It looks like snow," he said. "Better get ready." Mom looked at the sky.
It looks like snow,
she said.
Better get ready.
The children looked at the sky. "It looks like snow," they said.
Better get ready.
"It looks like snow," said the weather forecaster. "Better get ready." Early that night, the first tiny snowflakes began to fall. All through the night, bigger and bigger snowflakes floated down. When the children woke, the sidewalks, cars, houses, and trees were covered in a carpet of snow. "There's no school today," said Dad. "Let's go have a fun snow day." There's snow for blowing, snow for throwing, snow for shaking, snow for making. Snow for sliding, and snow for riding. We all love a snowy day, especially when we get to play.
Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed the story and you had a chance to see some of the really fun pictures. You can see that throughout this story, there are a lot of colorful illustrations from our illustrator. And I hope that you were able to make a prediction before reading the story with me and the narrator, and to see what you thought it might be about. So now what we're going to talk about next is the order of the story. What happened in this story? So if you look over here, there are 4 pictures. So we're going to start with that. So the first one, we see the mom, and it looks like she's doing something. She is getting ready for the snow that's coming. Then we see the next picture with the boy, and it looks like he is also getting ready. And as the children are wanting to play, there is so much snow that they are not able to play. And then at the very end, they have the snowman. So let's go back to the very beginning of our story. I think we're able to go back to the beginning here. If I can turn back to the beginning of the story. And we're going to sequence the story beginning, middle, and end. So starting here, we see that the family gets ready for the snow that's coming. And we have the dad and the mom and the children. And each one is saying that they better get ready because the snow is about to fall. And the weather forecaster is warning everyone to get ready for the snow. So the very beginning of the story, the first thing we see is everyone getting ready for the snow coming. In the middle of the story, we start to see the snow begins to fall. At first, it's just tiny snowflakes, but then it gets bigger and bigger. It begins to snow all night. We can see on the boy's face that he looks a little worried, even his pet dog. When the children wake up the next day, they see that everything is covered with snow. And then they find out there is no school today. That's how much snow is on the ground. And we know that that could really happen, that some kids have to miss school that live in different parts of the country on snow days because there's too much snow and they have to close the schools down. So this is all happening in the middle of our story, that it begins to snow, it gets heavier, and in the morning the ground is covered with snow and there is no school. At the end of the story, the children are able to go out and play. It says the family has fun in the snow. There's snow for blowing and throwing, shaking and making, sliding and riding. And at the end, we all love a snowy day, especially when we get to play. So I hope you enjoyed this story of the snowy day. It's a cute little story. We are going to be reading it throughout the week and doing some different language skills with it. We will be doing tomorrow, focusing on some text evidence as we go through and learning some new vocabulary. So if you want to go back and read the story again, maybe you'd like to read along with the narrator or read it by yourselves. So I hope you enjoyed that, and following this will be a phonics lesson. Have a great day, boys and girls.